off. For the purposes of recording, I have to be a little bit more official. um, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Laura Sapper. I'm Director of A-Level Solutions, an agency that helps high school students in getting to top universities worldwide. And I'm thrilled to introduce and welcome everyone to today's webinar, all about online education, studying from home and learning and earning a degree, a school degree. So it's wonderful to have so many of you already to join us all over the world today. And this session will be recorded for those who could not come and join us. Just to start the topic going, in recent years, online education has gained tremendous popularity, especially after COVID, providing families with flexible, cost-effective, and high-quality options for their children's families and for the children's schooling. And today, we would like to dive into how full-time online programs for A-Level and GCSE qualification can meet our family needs, especially for those who are worrying or hesitant to send their children away from home, which is a very usual thing that our parents are addressing us with. So it is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guest speakers. We have Ayla Dukalari, the principal of Oxford Online School, and we have also Aidana Sulikesheva, founder of Future Vision Education. Today in our webinar, we're going to discuss about the concept of full-time online schooling and its benefits. We'll explore how Oxford Online School supports students academically and socially. And finally, we'll open the floor for a Q&A session. And for those who have any questions, please write in the chat box. I hope by the end of the webinar, you'll have a clear understanding whether online schooling is the right path for your child and how Oxford Online School can support your family in this journey. So let's begin. Ayla, if you just would like to give us a little welcome here.
Oh, absolutely. I will not make it a dry webinar. Do not worry. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayla. I am the founder of Oxford Online School as well as the principal of the school. We founded Oxford Online School in 2020, just at the time when actually COVID had just started. So, you'd be thinking, with this kind of disruption to the education sector, what could there be something that we can develop to really just ensure that the student's journey does not really get affected as much? So it took around 6 months of preparation, of research, to really understand the where the online education was at, where it was heading, the platforms available to ensure that the teaching that was being provided was suitable, the faculty, whether these people or the individuals that were joining us were actually able to make a difference in the online teaching in itself, because it's not the same as teaching in a physical school. The teachers have to have different sorts of skills that they need to utilize in ensuring that the class is really active, that it's very engaging. So there were a lot of multiple aspects. The awarding bodies that were able to facilitate an online provider to actually become an accredited, a body that was primarily recognized. The Department of Education at the time when we actually launched Oxford Online School had only started on the research of online education, although homeschooling in the UK has been running for very, very long time, probably even maybe even in the early 1800s or even earlier than that, with the queens and kings really just being homeschooled and having their own private teachers. So you can count that as part of it. So there were so many things that we had to research. And obviously the whole data was really just showing out there to say that this is actually the future of online education. So brave enough, we decided to pull the big trousers and actually go for it. So as a school, we approached EdExcel, who at the time was just looking into actually starting off their awarding system for the online education. And as a matter of fact, we became the first actual external Pearson school to be approved as an online provider. So we wear that hat, although EdExcel at the time had their own virtual academies. But being completely outside as a completely independent school, we were the first online school to actually receive the honor of being the online provider that received a virtual center that we could actually register the students online to take exams in physical centers. I need to highlight that. So yeah, as a journey has been incredibly powerful. We started off with a handful of students, and then the school has now grown to over 100 students, which obviously come from 29 different nationalities, which we're very proud of, but also very tiring in the sense of really just managing different time zones from plus to minuses, and imagine how difficult that actually is. The school represents different students from different backgrounds. Also, we've got a teaching faculty that are primarily based here in the UK, but obviously do the most out of our students really just engaging within our community. Myself, I have been working now for over 14 years within the education sector. So I'm still growing and developing because it's a field that it never stops enhancing, it never stops innovating. So I'm constantly attached to work around 12 to 14 hours a day. So that is actually running an online school.
Oh my, 14 hours a day. It looks like more than traditional schools with the offline.
Yeah, that is actually very true, because you constantly have to be switched on things that are happening within the online environment. Not that the students stay with us that long, do not worry. It's just that obviously being the head of the school, you're constantly having to ensure that everything that needs to be there is there. And if we have to be successful, it means that that journey may look a little bit more painful than others. But it's actually with pleasure that I sit in front of the computer for those long hours. So to me, it's not the matter of how long do I stay. It is a matter of how much we get things done and where is that we're heading as a school. And that actually speaks for itself, with us being awarded very recently as the most inclusive online academy for the southeast of England last January. Or not last January, this January, we were nominated as one of the finalists of the, well, I was nominated, the finalists in the Businesswoman of the Year in the London Chamber of Commerce, which I was very humbled with, but obviously I did not wear the crown only on my own, because I have a team of people that actually work with us to ensure that the school runs as smoothly as possible. So obviously I was just representing everybody else in the school.
Amazing. Could you provide an overview of the programs offered at Oxford Online School, specifically the A-Level and GCSE qualifications, and if there are any other additional courses for the students?
Yes. So the school started off as an A-Level school only. The reason behind that was to ensure that the whole setting of the school was viable, was feasible, was resourceful. So we had to look at many aspects, and obviously working with the older kids, 16 to 18, would facilitate a lot of the changes that we were doing to ensure that anything that we were implementing was easy for the students. And then from there on, we went back down to the international GCSEs, to the lower secondary, and then to the I-primary. So as a school, we actually look after students from grade 4, year 4, all the way till year 13, so 10 years of studies online. So a student can join us from year 4 all the way to age 18, completing the entire British curriculum with us. If we're putting more the emphasis on the international GCSEs and international A-level, both qualifications are delivered at the school. The awarding body is again at Excel, which obviously is a powerful awarding body recognized internationally worldwide. Our students in the GCSE subject, they take 6 subjects, 3 compulsory, which they, us as a school, choose them, which is English, Math, History, and 3 non-compulsory, which obviously the students chooses from a range of subjects from from chemistry, biology, physics, geography, psychology, business, economic, computer science, music. We are at the moment looking into science as well. So science could be another, arts, which is another subject that we are looking into introducing to the school. In the A level itself, a lot less complex. Students choose 3 subjects of their choice, depending on the degree that they're actually looking to attain at university level. They have academic mentors that follows them through the start of the program with us all the way right till the end of the qualification, to ensure that our students are very well looked after from a well-being perspective, but also from the academic perspective. How do they build a portfolio of qualification, of extracurricular activities that actually makes them desirable or meeting the entry criteria for the universities? And this academic mentor would be starting with the students. They will work with them. They will develop their plans. There is the live lessons that the students have to attend in both the GCSEs and the A-level, or in all the entire of the school curriculum. We have Olympiad preparations, writing academic preparation. There is the cosmopolitan future that looks more into the debating, into research skills that students are developing. As a matter of fact, I'm attending after this meeting one of our cosmopolitan future classes that one of the students will be leading a particular topic, which students then will need to engage, discuss, explore, which is fantastic. So a lot of things do happen in the school, and everything that happens in our school is actually live, online, interaction with the teachers, with the peers, to ensure that as a community, our students build and develop a full network of peers that are internationally. They engage with different backgrounds, they engage with different cultures, but also they collaborate with each other, they collaborate with their teachers as well. So hands-on, full-on experience.
Okay. That question I was thinking about the students from different backgrounds and cultures and even academic levels. So how do you meet these diverse needs, for example, for the students who are not strong in English enough as the local native speakers?
Obviously at the moment, 60% of our market is the UK market, and then the rest is the international student market. Students, first of all, are required to attend a password English test, which allows us to really understand the students' abilities in terms of their English language. If we feel that a student's English language requires some additional support, we'll then provide students with English language classes, ESL classes, that allows the students to sit in a class with a teacher who specializes in EAL, and really just enables a student to develop their dictionary, their grammar, their anything related to English as a language, ensuring that the student's English level is high up. Obviously, while everything is actually taught in English as well, the students also have to prepare a lot of homework. They have to do independent learning, as well as they have to do, in addition to their homework, assessments, mocks, all sorts of things, which technically engages them with the English language quite a lot. So it is, in a way, it comes to the student in a very I'd say in a very a natural um, 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 skill that they start developing while they're actually studying online as well. But EAL
And
classes would be the one of the areas that we work quite a lot with the students. So we add them into additional English classes.
okay. Um, in terms of the structure and the daily
Mhm.
routines, um, does the online school compare to the traditional school? I mean, if, for example, I'm a mother as well, and I was thinking for the GCSEs, is if my son, for example, go to your online school and to study GCSEs, he has to be like full-time student, so he cannot just prepare his English or math separately. He has to be enrolled fully.
No, 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 not necessarily. We have students that come to us for subject specific only, or they come for the full experience. Both are areas that students, well, not areas, both are customers that we actually have in Oxford Online School. So we have students that join us just for a particular subject. It could be music, it could be math, it could be history, it could be business, psychology, or you have the students that come full time. For the full-time students, the timetable looks roughly between Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. all the way till 2, 3 p.m. Not every day is the same, meaning that a Monday could be more busier in terms of a timetable, but a Tuesday could be less relaxed, meaning that the student doesn't just go and stays in a coffee shop, but it means that they actually do prepare for their next lessons, or perhaps doing the homework or any project-based learning that have been provided in our school. Students have a lot of things to do after class time. So whether it is homework, whether it is the independent guided classes, which are set individually per students, where they need to undertake additional homework, as we say, but these are tailored to students individually. Whether it is the assessments, whether it's the project, they constantly have to do things. And this is to ensure that the students' grades are maintained. This is to ensure that the students' academic standards rise rather than fall. This is to ensure that the student is very well engaged with the content, whether they are part-time or full-time with us.
Sorry. Thank you for your answer. I have a question for Aidana about the hybrid
Mhm.
experience. So, how does the flexibility of online education help families to balance academics with other commitments or extracurriculars,
Hello.
other family activities?
Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me well. My name is Aidana. I'm the founder of the Future Vision Education. We are partners of Oxford Online School, the official representatives of Oxford Online School in Kazakhstan. And with us, it also all started from the pandemic, when all the countries, including Kazakhstan, had to adapt to the new realities of online schooling. And as I've seen that there has been a big gap in the online educational system in Kazakhstan. As Ayla said, the homeschooling in the UK, for example, has been there since the 1800s. And here in Kazakhstan, well, the online education and the homeschooling is not as widespread. So I've reached Oxford Online School, I've reached Ayla, and we started our partnership since 2022, and it has been quite successful. And here, yes, we have a hybrid system. For example, some students, they study in a Kazakh school during the day, and after the school, they go home and they study online with the Oxford Online School. And of course, the workload is a bit, well, is more than in the usual school, as they have two systems, two curriculums to cover. But overall, the reviews from parents and from the students have been very, very, very positive. And So what they do with the time difference, they go to the school from 9 to, for example, 4 p.m. here, and then they go back home and they study with the Oxford Online School. Well, usually it's 1 to 2 to sometimes 3 hours a day. But so far, there has been no complaints from the students. In fact, as I said before, the reviews from the students has been quite positive, and the hybrid system proved to be quite effective here in Kazakhstan, at least with our partnership and in our company of Future Vision Education. So far, so good. I hope you can hear me well. I'm not
Yes,
sure.
we do. We can hear you and see
Yeah,
you well,
great.
so don't worry. Thank you. I was thinking as a mother, of course, and as in education business for long now. One common concern with online schooling is the lack of face-to-face interaction between the students. And I was thinking, how do you ensure that students develop strong social skills and a sense of community in virtual environment for those who are full-time students, I assume, not for the hybrid students?
Oh, it is challenging. So I'm not gonna flower it and just say, well, it's all beautiful and all goes well. As a school, we've set up a number of clubs. So for the younger age groups, we've got the environmental club, whereby our students have to attend daily clubs, which obviously allows the students to work in a project, either all together, develop presentations, meet, learn from each other's country as well, because the environmental project that they're currently at allows them to really just understand the ecosystem in their particular countries, and the students really just getting the excitement of learning about new things about new countries. In the older age groups, in looking at the GCSEs and A level, it is the clubs. We've got an art club, we've got essay writing competition club that the students engage. We have the Olympiads that the students all participate, and there is a STEM Olympiad, there is a math and physics, there is the science, there is the economics as well. We plan to be launching a lot more in the January term to allow the students to then develop more skills if they want the chess club, if they want the book club. And some of these are primarily pushed by the students. So we have some clubs which are compulsory, in this case, the Cosmopolitan Future, where the year 10 to year 13 have to attend, because the skills that they attain from this particular extracurricular, the rest are students' choice. And these are the students that have requested the clubs. So all we do is ensure that they are teacher-led, in the sense that there is a teacher that leads the classes that the students attend. They know exactly what is the scheme that they need to work at. They know how to be working with each other. So it's not just a matter of the students are left completely on their own and then the clubs go completely dry. So we have somebody constantly from an adult's perspective, teacher's perspective, that leads these classes. And obviously the teacher also would also ensure that the students talk with each other. The students also have their own WhatsApp groups or any other groups that they have created outside of the school time. They communicate, they support each other in terms of assessment preparations. What are the things that perhaps that may be missing, that maybe they need to catch up on. So they do things outside of the school in terms of communicating with each other. School time, we ensure that they're actually switched on. In class, they participate in activities, they're set into little groups to ensure interaction, and these groups constantly rotate. So they just discuss and work with other students that have got different skills that they learn from each other as well. And this creates the beauty of the online interaction. Obviously, we are not a physical school, so the students are not able to meet with each other, but if they have created strong connection with each other and they want to really just come in and meet with other students, then of course they will be able to do that. We hope maybe in a couple of year times we can create some excursions, although this needs a lot of planning, a lot of thinking, safeguarding that we have to think of. So it's not something that we take lightly. It has to be very thoroughly thought. But the sense of community is there, and the students do talk, do engage with each other quite a lot, because obviously being the live lessons, the Olympiads, the clubs that are running in the school throughout Monday to Friday also allow the student to meet from different year groups as well. So if they are not necessarily attending the same economic class, they perhaps may be meeting due to their interest that they have either in the Olympiads, either in the arts clubs, either in the academic writing essays. So all of this is part of it.
Oh, amazing. Can you share any success stories of students who have excelled through your online programs?
Oh,
Maybe any university destinations, especially for those who are studying full time.
Oh yes, absolutely. So one of them, I'm gonna actually mention his name, Aidana, if that's okay. His name is
Oh,
Bogdan.
yes, sure.
He's actually one of the GCSE students that joined us as a hybrid student, full time with the Prestige School and full time with Oxford Online School. Bogdan actually is one of the students that is looking into achieving all nines in his GCSE's exams, external exams. He's been working really, really hard. This August, he was really presented with the John Locke Cambridge University Awards as a finalist. So obviously that really shows the determination of the student. And the beauty of that was that Bogdan is very much engineer, computer science minded. And he's working with our academic team to apply to top Ivy League or Oxbridge universities here in the UK. So they've already created and prepared all of the plans, which they actually look like books more than anything, with a lot of structuring. What do these degrees allow the students to obtain, how to get there, the preparation that is required. So these is consistent plans that we put across for the students. Bogdan applied with a written essay in politics, completely challenging himself outside of the science-minded skills that he actually has, and really just challenge himself to go for completely the opposite, which is social science, politics. We have Leah, another student from Romania, who has just applied to Cambridge University for an economics degree. Leah is outstanding student, very devoted. She's also doing a hybrid version of his schooling as well. She's doing the Romanian high schooling Matura as well as the Oxford Online School. We have Mazda from Iran as well, who is actually a fantastic student, also aiming for a doctorate, not a doctorate, to become a doctor. So obviously aiming for very high top end universities, whether it's in the UK, US, or the rest of the world. We have Max from Germany, fantastic student with a lot of abilities, who's also aiming to go to Basel University for a medical related degree as well. So all of these are people that are actually very much engaged within the education in the school. This is just a name. These are just a few names. We have a lot more students that are constantly just joining, pushing themselves. And the beauty of it is that they see one student that is actually heading towards a very high standards, and they follow. And it's so beautifully done that you see that engagement. They do not feel like they are left out, because the teachers constantly ensure that they get the right support, they get the right, well, we listen to them, that they have the academic mentors that they follow up. If there is any issues that they may perhaps have that they would like to discuss so we can fix it, or perhaps put a plan forward. So all of this is done in-house. So that's what I meant, that my day looks very long because of the amount of things that we have to do to ensure that our students are constantly looked after, but they do not have the group attention, they have the tailored attention from all of us.
Oh, this is very inspiring stories, and thank you for sharing them. So I guess we covered the main part of the discussion, and if anyone else has anything to add, maybe perhaps Adana, if you'd like to add anything more, any cases from
Yes,
or our
it's so
AS
good
region.
that yes, it's so good that Ayla mentioned Bogdan. Yes, he's one of our best students. He is in the hybrid program, and he's actually studying very well in Kazakhstan as well, and he's one of the best students here as well. But I was so glad to hear about his results in the Oxford Online School as well, and he proved to be this really great student with stellar results. I'm very happy for him, as from the day one since he came to us and he was admitted to the Oxford Online School. He's very determined, and his mother is just very proud of him. And we're always in touch with his mother, with Bogdan all the time. If they have any questions, I'm as Ayla, we're always there to answer any questions. And they had a lot of questions from the beginning, as well, it was their first experience, and it still is in this kind of hybrid educational system. It was very difficult at the beginning, as I said before. Bogdan is quite a spectacular student. He's very academically strong, and he had some problems from the beginning with the level of his English, but he really worked very hard, and the teachers at the Oxford Online School, together with Ayla and Avery, they've been helping him a lot, and he has his a mentor who helps him every step of the way. And by the end of the year, as Ayla mentioned, he proved to be very successful. He proved to be doing very well, and we have very high hopes for Bogdan in the future. And he's very determined to go to the Ivy League university, and I think he has every chance to get into any university he wants to. And also this year from the iPrimary, we have a very good story as well. A little girl who went to the first grade, and the problem that her mom and me, we were talking a lot about her inexperience and her lack of understanding of English, as this is the first grader. And her mom was very worried how she will understand, how she will comprehend all of the studying in the English environment with English students, with English tutors. But only a month later, her mom called me and she said that she was just so happy that she went to Oxford Online School, and she went, and they've been brave enough to do this. They're not in hybrid system. They're studying fully online, as this girl, she wants to be she wants to pursue a musical career, so she is taking a lot of musical classes, and she's studying online with Oxford Online School. And now, only a month or two later, her mom is very happy about her results. She really understands well, and the teachers were just so helpful. And it just proves that online education is the future and is happening now, and it's very effective.
I just want to add something to that, because it's actually very
Yeah,
funny. Aisha is the name of the student. Sorry, I'm
I yes,
having to
yes.
release. um, when I have met Aisha a few times, and obviously her class teachers that have met her and they work with her, every day they say, "Aisha, how are you?" And what really strikes us, and it's like the cutest thing ever, she says, "Happy," and it's like the most sincere, naive Oh my goodness, I just love it.
This
So
is so
every time we
sweet.
just talk about every time we talk about Aisha, and we said that she's always happy. So obviously that really just shows us how much of a love she has for the teachers, but also the teachers giving that love back to the student, because it's very important for the students to feel supported. Even if they do not necessarily understand everything, the fact that they feel that they can ask, the fact that they can actually feel that they can talk, right or wrong, because obviously English is a second language for a great majority of our students. It just shows that the environment in itself is relaxed enough for the students to feel engaged, elaborated, to feel happy, which obviously Aisha is one of those kids that I totally, totally adore. We also have another one. She's a little bit more on the older age group. And Sophia has got, well, used to have a cat. The cat was named Coco. Unfortunately, Coco passed away a couple of weeks ago. But the cute thing was that Coco would come in the classroom online, and she would, Aisha is an actor. Sorry, not Aisha. Sophia is an actually actress, very young age. So obviously attends the school as full time, while she's also prepping for her life in the acting world. And Coco just come in, and her expression and the way on how she would actually just really just deal with the situation is very funny. So we do not have only actual students in the classrooms. We also have pets that join in and out of the classrooms, and they really just, in a way, relax the students, because pets obviously have the ability to provide a lot of good energy to the students, release anxiety whenever they have it. But also, as a school, we welcome them, because as long as the students are happy and are in a very lovely, good environment, they will work with the teachers, with their studies a lot more, and they'll feel that they're actually a lot more energetic in terms of their studies as well.
You see, you have much more supporting social environment than in traditional schools. Yeah. Well, I think you see, you don't have to graduate from Eton and other kind of traditional prestigious schools to get into Oxbridge, and you have told us and spectacular examples that you have already um, done. So I think that what truly matters is a solid academic foundation and a strategic approach to studying, and that's exactly opportunities that your school can provide. So thank you for joining Aidana and Ayla for today's insightful discussion about online education. Today we have explored how Oxford Online School offers full-time, flexible, hybrid approach to A-level and GCSE qualifications. We've learned about school's innovative curriculum and the support system. Even, the introduction of pets is another innovation, which is very interesting, and how it ensures both academic success and social development for the students. So if today's session has sparked your interest, I encourage you to explore Oxford Online School's website further. All the details will be below this video. And for those who really want to take the next step, and you can book a consultation with Aidana, who can provide you with a full and interesting information. And Aidana's details will also be downloaded down below the video. Yes, and I would like to extend very big thank you for all our guest speakers, Principal Ayla and Aidana, founder of Future Education, for sharing their expertise and giving us such a comprehensive understanding of the benefits of homeschooling, which happens to be coming from Middle Ages even. Yeah. So I hope to see you at our future webinars, and thank you once again for having such a
Thank you so
fruitful
much.
discussion.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. And I do hope that if there is any questions, would be more than happy to answer anytime. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Aisha.
Laura.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.